Right, go ahead and grab your seat. Start with a slideshow. I love you. So I was talking to my buddies at rentlenses.com, and they're very, very good with their customer service. And I said, wow, you know, you guys have a really nice business and you're doing such a good job. And they said, yeah. I said, what's your favorite, what's your ~1 lens that you rent? And he said, the white 70-200 f2.8L Canon. I said, wow, well, that only makes sense. It's a $2,500 lens. Who can afford that? And he said, but the weirdest thing is we have lowered pricing on Wednesdays, and we rent them all out on Wednesdays. I said, well, who the hell would want a 70-200 on a Wednesday? He goes, well, we call all of them to make sure that they got everything, you know, and that it works. And he said, you're not going to believe this. I said, what? He goes, they're using them for their profile pictures on Facebook. Really? For real? He goes, yeah. He goes, that's why they rent them, so that they can hold the white lens with a long black shade, put it in their Facebook thing, and, you know, call themselves that professional photographer. And it's really gotten bad. So she goes to tell him that she got a gig flying from Florida to Central Park by an investment banker from London, and he wanted to record the moment that he got down on his knees and proposed to his girl in Central Park. She was like blogging about this, like, man, I've hit the rock star thing, I'm flying to do an event and all that other stuff. And so she wanted to be really good, okay? So she took a Mike Cologne workshop. And Mike is just a monster photographer, and this is a man who also shoots manual, and he dials in the exposures, and he did a stylized shoot. So this girl goes, and Mike says, you know, I shoot in manual because it's the best. It gives me the most creative possibility, and then I also shoot in RAW because with RAW, I can pretty much fix anything. Okay? So that's all she heard. So she goes out to Central Park. Instead of using the program mode that she so, you know, brilliantly relied on in her year as a professional photographer, I went to Mike Cologne's workshop, P to M. Midday sun, Central Park, 1/60th of a second at 2.8. ISO 400, bang, bang, bang. She looks at her screen and goes, ooh, that's really weird, they're white. There must be something wrong with my screen. Ooh, God, that's a really cool moment. Oh, he's on his knees, and it's all, every shot is completely blown out. So she calls up Pictage and says, you gotta fix it. What do you mean you can't fix it? I've heard that RAW fixes everything. That's what she heard. Shoot in manual, it's the best. RAW fixes everything. And so this is the danger that people come into when they're uninitiated about the professional photographer. And that's why I wrote the book, So You Want to Be a Rock Star Photographer. Because you can damage the public. That guy's never going to be able, can he stage that thing? So, okay, can you put your hand over your, and you know, yawn a few times so we get some tears to your eyes or something like that? That's a memory, it's not coming back. And as a professional photographer, that's where we shine.